Hello and welcome back to the channel. My name is Krashy, and today we're going to be talking about the kind of hashtag remove the mech, still perpetuating the topic. But hey, as you know, as time goes on, this story and situation develops, and there's just more things to talk about overall. But this one's going to come from an interesting perspective. We're ultimately going to be talking about the toxic marketing that it seems that Epic is putting forth, and I'm gonna jump into a clip from Dr. Disrespect here in a little bit about his opinion on it, and then we're gonna dive into that particular sentiment. But firstly, I just want to give a little bit more of my in-depth perspective, or my specific perspective. I think at this point it's there's no way that you can look at this much community outcry, whether it's just a vocal minority on Twitter, the competitive community, the streamers, some of the people that play casual on the normal Reddit, the comp Reddit, wherever it's coming from. It doesn't matter. I feel like I've seen enough general outcry for Epic to address the mechs in a little bit more of a serious situation than they have previously. Now, if you're catching up, if you don't really follow what's going on, they have nerfed the spawn rates of the mech, the brute, in arena mode, but and they talked about adding the laser in. I don't even know if that's in, to be honest. I don't know, but it's just not quite enough. And if I want to be just very brief on touching on why there is a really strong stance on removing the mech, not just nerfing it. If I want to be brief on that, because that could be its whole own video, I think it's important to not compromise with Epic in this particular situation, because they're not really a company that works with us. They just kind of do whatever they want, and so for us to say, well, they could nerf it like this, it just doesn't really make any sense. And also, I think that because if you look at what the mech does inherently, it breaks down core gameplay mechanics like building and editing and using your character's ability to move and shoot and do all of those things. It breaks that down with way too much ease, and that's the problem. It's not that it's just strong, it's that it kills core gameplay mechanics very, very easily, meaning that all of the skill, all of the practice, all the training, the whole game is in jeopardy because they add something like this. And it was the same with the sword, and it was the same with the plane. It's literally the same. When core gameplay mechanics get deteriorated in value because something is just too strong, it's simply put, it doesn't need a nerf, it just doesn't have a place in the game. It's breaking the game. It doesn't belong in the game. So that's the quick, the brief breakdown on why it's important that we're still on this hashtag remove the mech wavelength. We don't want to compromise. We don't want them to nerf it. We want it out of the game because it just doesn't belong. So to go ahead and jump back toward the topic of toxic PR and marketing, Dr. Disrespect had this to say on his stream. Let's roll it.
But they're so intelligent. But their PR and marketing team is so intelligent. Because what it does, ladies and gentlemen, it generates this topic, if you will, this manufactured topic. And so it's hype, there's attention on the game, there's all this, and it just keeps building up and building up and building up and building up and building up, and the PR guys are going,
I literally
fuck yeah, dude!
I was like, oh, I'm cool, I placed the cone.
Fuck yeah, dude!
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude! Yeah, look at how many people are tweeting about this topic. Okay, you guys ready? Next Monday, we are going to take the mechs out of the game.
So pretty interesting. I mean, it's like I said, at this point, there's no case to be made for negligence. There's no case to be made, that Epic is on a learning curve here and they just don't know. It's simply the way I think about it, I say it's toxic and malicious marketing. I think at this point it's very obvious that they know exactly what they're doing, and they're willing to take the negative press and kind of roll with it, whatever comes next, and keep the conversation going. And that's the point. If their game is being talked about, in their eyes, they're grossing enough money, and the game is the game is good enough that people are still playing it. I mean, look at the record. People are still playing the game. Even the people that are most vocal, that hate the current state of the game, Courage, Lupo, Ninja, Tim, all of these people, big, massive PR and marketing people for them that aren't on their payroll, but they need these people still play the game, even though they talk about quitting, even though they talk about playing other things, and they'll be playing the Apex solos today, which I will be playing as well. There's just the game is too good at its core, and I've talked about this myself. The game is too good at its core for people to just outright leave, and they are taking advantage of that. And so yeah, I think it's understandable to look at this game and to look at what is happening and say, okay, Epic, like I see you. You know what I mean? Like you're not doing this because you're negligent. You're not doing this because you're not sure. You are doing this on purpose. Like you've gotten to the point where you see that we're still willing to play the game, and you see that creating controversy, be it large or small, and this is a very big controversy, in your eyes is worth it, because you're willing to quite literally ruin the fun, and not only the fun, but ruin the game, because like I said, this breaks down core gameplay in order to keep your name circulating in social media, in the news, in the topics with controversy. And to me, I think that's, not only is it just like wrong, because I just feel like it's so disingenuous to what the game is and who they were as developers, as artists, but it's just amazingly disrespectful to the people that pay your bills. You know what I mean? Like, to the people that, you know, fell in love with Fortnite to begin with. Why did we fall in love with this game if, you know, if they were just gonna ruin the game on their own? So it's definitely an unfortunate scenario, and you know, we wait and see as the 10.10 update, presumably, I mean, I'll put it this way, there's no way they don't make some kind of notable change. If they come out with a patch, and we'll be covering that here on the channel, they come out with a patch that doesn't say anything, that does nothing like somewhat substantial, I don't know, I'll be very, very shocked. That's when I do think people will start taking a bit more of a hard stance. So we're gonna wait and see. We have the delayed 10.10 patch that was supposed to come out today, and it's not. And yeah, we just wait and see what's next. So thanks for following the channel, I appreciate it. Please not leave without leaving a like. Let me know in the comment section down below, what do you think about this situation? I appreciate it again, and I'll see you on the next video.
Do you feel your bones are shaking? Do you feel